start part B, the title, Client and Server Communication. Now, in order to look at this topic, first, we continue from the point we left in the part A. In that part, we look at the brief history of Internet and the web. And we have not completed the history part about the web. So we continue that story. But when we look at the web invention story, at the same time, we understand the relationship between client and server. All right, so let's start. Now, first, so let's look at this client-server communication model. Now, from the title, you can see we want to really understand how client and server communicate each other. Yeah. What kind of special model they use for the communication. Yeah. All right. First, so let's look at the basic question, communication on the internet. Yeah. Now, here we just get to the inventor, Tim Berners-Lee. Now, get back to his story on the web invention. Yeah, not internet invention, it's the web invention. Yeah. So we know at that time, internet was already there. The infrastructure was there, but many useful applications need to be developed. Yeah. All right, so here, late 80s and early 90s. So that time, yeah. Or, so we look at the point, 1990, that point, 1990. So that year, yeah, that's the critical year for the web, that technology, okay? The web itself as in technology. All right, so here, in this sentence, we see, all right, so what Berners-Lee did to invent the web with the help of his colleague, Robert Cailliau. Yeah, okay, Robert Cailliau. Yeah, all right. Remember, in part A, I talked about when Tim talked to several of his colleagues, at the beginning, so nobody felt his idea made sense. No, nobody felt that made sense. Okay, yeah. But there was one colleague. So this one, yeah, Robert Cailliau. Yeah, there was one. Yeah, none of them. Yeah. So he got help from Robert. Yeah. Then they need to do many things. Yeah, they work together. They need to build all the components necessary for that web technology to happen. Yeah. All right, so let's look at what are those components. The first one, yeah. Here, this is the Tim Berners-Lee, the inventor. Yeah. I couldn't find the Robert picture of Robert. Yeah. So here only, Tim's picture. Yeah. So then, first, web browser. They need to build a web browser, the client-side software. Yeah. That's critical for this whole web idea technology, to happen. So web browser must be developed. Okay, the software, develop this, special software, the web browser. Yeah. This one. So you can see their first version, or their, may not be their first version. So the version when the when the web was born, right? Yeah, we know the Christmas time of 1990. Yeah, the Christmas time of 1990. The whole web, this technology, at least the prototype of that, right? So we can call that, Tim Berners-Lee and Tim and Robert, they build the prototype. They want to convince people, our idea really makes sense, right? So prototype, yeah, that was breakthrough. That was huge breakthrough, the milestone. Yeah. All right, next one, web server. They need another component, web server. Okay, computer machine, the machine that is used providing services for web. Yeah, web server. Yeah. So they used special computer. So at that time, it was the best computer at that time, Apple. So here you can see the next computer. So that was from the Apple company, right? The old version Apple computer. Yeah, a next computer. Yeah. The picture, I found a picture, so you can see this one. Yeah, the picture like this. Yeah, this is exactly that first web server that Tim and Robert used to build the prototype of web, that technology. All right, yeah. Then other components, website. How do you show people it really worked, right? How do you convince people it really worked? Okay? You need to build a simple website, right? To organize some information in your website. So they also need to build a website in their web server, in their simple web server. Okay, yeah, website. And then for the communication between client and the server. Okay, yeah, so this is the communication piece. Yeah, so that's the main topic of this video. Yeah. Then HTML display information at the client side. Web browser, HTML. So here you can see HTML used to present information at the client side. Okay. Then communication between client and server. How to do communication? HTTP protocol. So this communication protocol. Okay, so you have to develop some language that both client and the server can understand. So that's the HTTP protocol. Okay, hypertext. Yeah, HTTP protocol. Okay, hypertext. Yeah, so we will look at that later. Yeah, so in this class, I need to provide you the main properties of HTTP protocol. Otherwise, you cannot understand this, basic web technologies well. Yeah, we have to. Yeah. All right. So then there is another interesting little thing that is quite special for their story. So that is this message. Handwritten label on the server. Can you see the picture here? Something written, some small message written using red pen, red pen writing on that small piece of paper. Yeah. Here, let me repeat that message and put it here. So that's, this machine is a server. Do not power it down. Double exclamations. So you can understand what message the inventors wanted to convey, right? What message they wanted to convey? It's critical. Do not shut down. Do not power it down. Why? Because a server machine supposed to be running all the time, right? If you power it down, then you cannot connect to it, right? So it is useless. So as a component in that whole web technology, it is out of the game, right? Yeah. But based on ordinary people's experience, if one person sees a machine is running there, but nobody is using that machine, then that person, try to save some electricity or try to protect that machine. Okay? Yeah. Then that person is very likely to shut down, turn off that computer, right? So that's very natural logic. So then the inventors, so they strongly want to stop that possibility. So that was the reason this message was, put there. Yeah. All right. So that's the story. Yeah. All right. So here, so you can see at this point, this short description of the whole invention of web, that technology, it's there. Yeah. So we get a, main point. Yeah. All right. So next, so let us continue to look at a little more details, but this time let us look at the client machines. Yeah. Basic client machines. Yeah. So here, it's very simple. A client is a computer, another computer, different from the server computer. Server is a computer, right? Yeah, we saw that. So a client is a computer that connects to and uses the resources of a remote computer. That's the server one. Yeah. All right. Connect to it. Yeah. Get a connection. Yeah. Then consumes resources provided from that server. Yeah. So that's simple. Okay. All right. So here, mainly the hardware, right? The client hardware. But there is also software, web browser, the software running on the client machine. Yeah. So let's look at hardware first. Yeah. Desktop. Yeah. The typical, example. Yeah. Desktop computers. Yeah. Laptops. Yeah. Also, commonly used as client machines. Yeah. Yeah. Various types of laptops, desktops. Okay. Yeah. Tablets. Yeah. Some people use tablets to serve the web, right? Yeah. Smartphones. Yeah. Right now, more and more people use smartphones to, use them as client machines to, visit the, consume information on web. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Then the software side, web browser. Okay. Yeah. So for the web browser, we know, several main players on the market. Yeah. Here, so let me just give you the market share. Yeah. Because each year the market share, change frequently. Yeah. Frequently. Yeah. So this year, I just, search. Yeah. I update. So last year I used different numbers. So this year I have to update these numbers. Yeah. Chrome still very high. The highest. It has the highest dominant Yeah, almost, you can call, dominant. 65%. Yeah. But 3 points lower than the last year. Last year, 68%. So you can see the trend a little bit. 65%. 3 points lower than the previous year. Yeah. All right, so then Firefox. Firefox, very small. You can see the market share, very, very small, only 3 point something percent. So last year still 10 something. Yeah. Still, much higher than this one. So this time already single digit percentage. Yeah. Very, drop down quickly. Yeah. Edge, Microsoft new web browser, Edge, has the similar market share as that of Firefox. Yeah. 3.4 something. Yeah. Samsung Internet. Samsung, 3 point something. Yeah. That's pretty high. Yeah. But because based on my impression, not many people use this one, right? Samsung Internet. That browser. The browser is called Samsung Internet. Okay. Yeah. So on my smartphone, I use Samsung Note. Yeah. So this is the model I'm using now, Samsung Note 9. This is my model. Okay, my current model, Samsung Note 9. Yeah. I have that Samsung Internet app on my phone. I never use it. I don't want to use it. Okay. Yeah. But here you can see 3 point something percentage. Yeah. Pretty high. Yeah. Relatively high. Yeah. All right. Safari. Safari grows very fast. 18 point something. Yeah. Because last year still single digit. Last year, I couldn't remember how much. I can look at my own notes. Yeah. But this time 18%. Yeah. Last year, single. My impression, 3 something percent. Yeah. 3 to 5. So a relatively low number. Yeah. But this year, 18%. So that's the, big growth. Yeah. Growth. Yeah. And Opera. Yeah. So this browser, so I don't know how many of you know about this browser. Opera. Okay. Opera. 2 point something percent. Last year, 1 point. So double from last year. 2 point something. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Actually, Opera, this is my favorite browser. I like this browser a lot. Okay. Yeah. One feature I like, so when you shut down the browser, the next time when you open it, so the several pages, when you shut down, at that time already still there. Yeah. Pretty convenient. By default, all the pages before you shut down, so all pages are still there. Very convenient. For Chrome, sometimes it asks you, do you want to, restore the previous state? So when you click restore, so then you bring back all old pages. But many times it does not ask you, so you have to, start over. Some useful pages, you may not bring them back, right? Yeah. So for that reason, so this is my, favorite browser. Yeah. All right. So now at this point, yeah, we are close to the end of this video, B.1. But before I finish this video, I want to ask you one question. Okay. So the question coming from the statistics you see here, that percentage, how people know this percentage, right? Do you want to ask this question? How people know the statistics here, right? There must be some way to do it. Yeah. Some website, does this kind of statistics, but you need to write program to get those numbers, right? To get the statistics. For that reason here, I have a project idea. Yeah, we need to do many projects for this class. So here you can see there is one simple, interesting project idea. Yeah. So the project idea is how to do web browser hit counts, right? Because when you visit any website, so there is a hit. Okay? The hit counts. That hit counts can be stored in a database. So then when the database collects large number of hit counts, so finally, eventually, at some time, the statistics can be generated. Right? So that's answer our question. How people get these numbers. Yeah. If you can do web browser hit counts, then you can get these numbers. Okay? Yeah. But to make this happen, it's pretty easy. Yeah, very simple, pretty easy, right? So I try to make this as a small project for you. Okay? Yeah. When we learn enough knowledge, yeah, we need to learn database, right? Because the hit counts we need to store in a database. After we learn that, and we also need to learn server-side programming. Yeah, because the database can only be accessed at the server side. So server-side programming. Then we are ready to do this project. All right, so let me stop here. B.1.